Hi, my name is Helena, and this reading is for the sign of Virgo for the month of January 2019. So the time frame for this video is like from today until around the 20th of January. But with the tarot, sometimes things can already be happening in your life at this moment, or things can actually take place in the future, even after January. So, okay. Please give me a message for the sign of Virgo for now until around the 20th of January. Thank you. Please provide great insight into their lives. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Your first card is the Six of Swords reversed. In this deck, it's called Science, and it's in reverse. The Mother of Wands in the East. Which this card depicts Kali and Shiva. The Nine of Swords upright. In this deck, it's called Cruelty. The Two of Cups upright. And in this deck, Two of Cups is love. The Devil upright. The Fool reversed. Virtue reversed, or the Three of Wands. And the Daughter of Swords in the South, which is Isis in reverse. Okay. So what I'm feeling with this, immediately I got the impression that you're involved in some sort of a love situation that is cruel to you. And when I say it's cruel to you, I mean it could be cruel in any kind of way. I'm feeling like there's financial difficulties, possibly some arguing around that. I'm also feeling, if it's not that, I'm getting some energies of backstabbing, betraying. I feel like for some of you, there could have been an instance where your lover cheated on you with your best friend, or vice versa. You could have cheated on them with their best friend, or something to that effect. But I'm feeling like, if this is you, I feel like you discovered this. You could have walked directly in on this sexual activity taking place. So you could have basically walked in the room when your lover was in bed with your friend, or someone that they claimed was just a friend to them. I feel like this girl was kind of, you know, I'm not trying to laugh at your situation, but I feel it reminded me of American Horror Story. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but like the very first episode on the very first series, where like she walks in on her lover like having sex with some girl, and the girl's just sitting there smiling at her. So I feel like there could be some kind of instance where the person that you caught your lover cheating with is kind of happy to see you in pain, which really sucks. I definitely feel like you were taken advantage of in some sort of way. I don't know why, but I'm sensing that if you were the one that cheated, if you're a female and you cheated on your boyfriend, I'm sensing that perhaps there's something like him taking it out on you physically, like trying to physically harm you, or threatening you that he could physically harm you. Now, if none of these situations are taking place, then I feel like there could be some physical abuse happening in your relationship. I feel like this could be taking place a lot when you guys drink together. And maybe someone gets a little too drunk, and then the arguments start, and then the physical abuse then begins. And I feel like this could be both of you going back and forth, because I feel like you're well aware of this pattern that you two have together when you drink, that things get out of hand between you, and it's just, you've kind of fallen into that pattern. And for those of you in this pattern, I don't really see you trying to get out of it or even caring. It's just kind of like, for lack of better words, it feels like you just enjoy this cycle that you two have together, because then I feel like I feel like it's trauma bonding. If you don't know what trauma bonding is, I highly suggest that you research it, but because it could really bring some enlightenment to you as to why there's so much negativity in your life. Because I feel like there's definitely some trauma bonding that's happened between you two. And a trauma bonding can take place when you two have been through something really traumatic together. It can also take place through abusing each other. So, and then it can happen for both instances, like you went through something traumatic together, and that's why you stay together through the abuse, is because whatever traumatic thing you went through bonded you together. This is a very unhealthy form of bonding, and it will only lead to more toxicity, more darkness. And I feel like some of you are even in danger of having this one day escalate too far out of control and somebody gets killed. That's just what I'm seeing here. If it's not this particular thing happening to you, I'm feeling like maybe you're involved with someone who's constantly getting into altercations or fights with other people. You're hanging out, you're having a good time with you and your friends, and everything's fine in the beginning of the night, but towards the end of the night, everyone's fighting, or there's some kind of drama towards the end of the night where your partner ends up getting into an altercation with one of his friends, his relatives, and I feel like it's a never-ending cycle, because the next weekend they're back over there drinking again. I feel like people's property is getting harmed. And I feel like this is draining financially as well in some kind of way. There's something around alcohol that is financially draining you, or your relationship, or all of the above. I feel like some of the negativity could be energetically holding you down financially, to where it's just, it could be affecting your relationship in that when your lover drinks, they don't go to work the next day, and then they lose their job, or they get in trouble at work, but then they do the same thing repeatedly, so it's just a really big problem at this point. And I feel like you feel trapped in this. If you're not the one that's like enjoying the cycle of this, then I feel like you actually feel consumed by it. You feel abused. You feel trapped, and you have your kids. And I'm feeling like for some of you, you have a boyfriend that possibly whoops on you and your kids, or tries to, and you're constantly having to protect your kids. You're having to walk on eggshells, lay low, keep your kids out of their hair so that they don't snap on your kids. And I'm going to pull some clarifiers for some little bit of guidance here. Please give us deeper insight into this situation. Okay, so justice reversed. Daughter of Cups in the North, or Princess of Cups. The Universe reversed. And the Three of Stones in reverse. In this deck, it's called Work. Okay, so I'm seeing that possibly you're not the one that controls the finances. Therefore, you feel like you can't leave. I'm seeing somebody might end up in jail. This could be your lover. And I feel like the law could get involved with this situation if you don't take action and leave. They're looking for a women's shelter, a homeless shelter. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to protect your kids. Fuck what everyone says. If they want to talk about you for being homeless, fuck them. Get them the fuck out of your life. You might need to go to a homeless shelter. You might need to contact a woman's shelter. I feel like there's an older man that you can go to This could be an uncle, this could be a friend of the family. And he might have some really good advice for you, because I feel like he knows a little bit about this. He might have came from an abusive family home. But I don't see the situation growing any better. As a matter of fact, I see it growing worse. I'm seeing black eyes. 2 black eyes. And I feel like the violence is only going to escalate. And with the 3 of Stones reversed, with work, I feel like they could lose their job, they could go to jail, and you're left with nothing. And this could actually, unfortunately, be the reason why you could end up in a homeless shelter or a women's shelter if you don't take action soon, okay? I feel like, and this is classic in abusive situations where, like, everyone says I told you so and you don't listen, so then they abandon you and then you feel like you can't go to them. But I'm seeing here that you can reach out to your friends and your family, and please do, because I feel like this is what's best for you. Please give us some advice for Virgo. Thank you. Ten of Wands reversed. Seven of Cups reversed. Illusion. So I think you're starting to see clear. I think you're starting to realize some patterns. I feel like possibly you're cutting back on your drinking. If your boyfriend's insisting that you drink, I think you're, even pretending to drink. And if you're not, then I see this as your advice. If your boyfriend is insisting that you drink with him and you know how everything gets, pretend to drink. And if he's watching you, I mean, fill half your cup with orange juice, and then just put a little bit of alcohol in it, or just, you know what I mean, like pretend to put more than you're actually putting in there, and actually maybe even fill a bottle. This is crazy, but I've actually seen it done too. Fill a bottle up with some soda, and when they're really trashed, they can't tell the difference anyways, and just pretend like you're taking shots of that. So do what you gotta do. I mean, get clever about it. But I see like some of you could actually be doing that already. Have a plan in place of escape. Have some secret bags packed. Have some extra gas money. Put an extra pair of shoes outside somewhere. And just be real smart about it. Okay, I'm going to take an outcome card. I know this reading is pretty heavy, and I'm sorry if you're not hearing what you were wanting to hear, and I really hope that things get better for you. If you need a reading, you can reach out to me, contact me. I have $5 readings. Okay. So, do that. Please give Virgo an overall outcome for this situation. What can they expect from their situation from now until January 20th? Thank you. Confidence. So I feel like some of this may be relating to your lack of confidence. You feel like, if I leave him, what will I do? We've been together for so long. Or you feel like, I mean, you love him. You love them. You fucking love them so much, more than any other person. You don't want anyone else. And you know, and I feel like this is saying, have the confidence that, first of all, in yourself and your abilities to provide for you and your children, or just you if you're on your own. Have the confidence that you can find someone who will not do those things to you, and really, I feel like in a month and a half things will be better for you. And I feel like some of you could be meeting someone new actually in about a month and a half. And since this situation's so critical, I'm gonna go ahead and take another outcome card for you. Please give Virgo another outcome card to guide them. Please give them great insight into the outcome of this situation. Thank you. Thank you. Vision. So what I'm seeing with this card is, don't forget about your dreams. Don't get so lost in being a mother and being a wife or a girlfriend or whatever that you forget about what you want. That you forget about your own self. You are precious as well. Just as precious as your children. You were once a child. So see that child that you once were. That child is still inside of you. And that child is looking to you to protect them as well. And possibly some healing of the inner child needs to take place. So, you know, if you need to do that, what you do is you focus and you go back in time to when you were that child and your needs weren't being met, or you were being abused, or what have you. You go back in there in time, and you tell the child who you are, and tell them that you're here to take them away. Then you take that child away with you, and you take them however you can imagine it. You can even fly away. You can drive away. Whatever you got to do, you can bring them back to the future with you. Whatever you need to do, and that will heal your inner child and take that inner child into you, and then let them know that you're going to protect them. And that will cause healing for you. But you know, you gotta love yourself like you're that little child, because you were once that child. And if you're in a relationship like this, chances are you didn't have your needs met as a child. You were possibly punished more than you needed to be, and possibly really horrible things happened to make you think that you can't do better than what you're doing right now. And I'm not saying that to be cruel or mean or indifferent. I'm saying it because I care, and I want you to care about yourself, okay? So do that inner child work, because you're precious as well as your children, and your children are precious, and they need you to step up and do what you got to do. And I feel like when you do this, people are going to come in around you, and they're going to have your back. And you know, if you need to get the law involved, do so, please, by all means. Do what you got to do. Be that mama bear that you got to be. Be that papa bear. If you're a daddy and you're going through this abuse, having your significant other whooping on you, like, no man needs to take that shit from a woman either. You know, because that ain't right, no matter which way it's going. So be that fierce mama bear, papa bear. Get your kids away, get yourself away, and take care of yourself. Focus on your dreams, focus on your visions of the future, of what you want for your life, because not all is lost. There is hope. There is hope. I'm here to tell you there is hope. And I know this for a fact. I'm not just saying this. I've been through shit, and I'm here to tell you there's a way out, okay? So I'm going to take one more card because I just feel guided to do so. Please give Virgo one more guidance card. Please give them an overall outcome card from now until January 20th. Thank you. Oh, shit. At the bottom of this half, it did say congratulations, so I feel like you're going to make the right decision. And then the High Priestess of Spirit. So I feel like get in touch with your spiritual self and really give yourself love. Shower that love on yourself, because you deserve it. And I don't care what you've done wrong in this life. You deserve that love from yourself. And just as much love as you shower on your family, Virgo, because Virgos are very, very family oriented. They're very community oriented. They take care of their people, okay? Even if you haven't been walking your path, even if you haven't been doing good for yourself, there's always a chance to turn around. Shower that love on yourself, Virgo. Take that divine, motherly, nurturing energy that you pour out to everyone and pour it upon yourself. Because if you do that, you will not only liberate yourself from this circumstance, but you'll liberate yourself in such a way that abundance can then flow back into your life, and divine love. And I do see that you will have someone else come into your life. I'm seeing that with this card. That by doing so, that someone else will come in, because you're going to be making room for it in your life, okay? So I hope this reading helped you. And if you need a reading, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My information is in the description box for you, okay? If you have any questions about the reading, also feel free to reach out to me at my email, virgorising33@gmail.com, and I'll answer any questions you have about the reading for free. I'm not going to pull cards, but I will illuminate on what the cards meant or what have you. Okay, so even just for support, you know, reach out to me. Okay, and thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.